My name is Asia Avion. For those of you who are new, welcome to my channel or my live. I usually talk about like my brand and stuff, me, get ready with me, all type of stuff. If you want to check out my YouTube video, you can, so you can get a more breadth or a better understanding about me and my channel and stuff. So yeah, welcome y'all. Today is my usual live. I know the setup is different today. I had to change it up tonight. I wanted to stand up instead for a little bit. So hold on a second. Because y'all know I be having my stuff written out and stuff. And I should have been ready, but honestly, my setup tonight, I had to like tweak a few things because it just wasn't cooperating. Let me turn a little bit so you can see the hoodie back there. Okay, so this live is basically we're gonna be talking about something I experienced with like having my own brand and how this could potentially help somebody else that got a brand or something or whatever, you know. Excuse me, because I feel like I had to go through a few things in order to really have an understanding on how to have my brand, how to do things. Let me do 20 minutes on how to do things and stuff. And you know, like far as going through different companies and stuff, like that could be finding somebody who has the t-shirts or who has the hoodies, a company that you can send your logos to and they'll do it for you, stuff like that. So I had to go through a few things. Like, for instance, like this one time when I first started, I had went through this company or whatever, right? And the quality that people were showing was like a lot of people online that like I knew about, you know? So I've just felt like based off of the review, you can trust it. But as you learn, somebody who is an internet person or who is a internet celeb or big on social media, have a big platform, their review might not always be like the most, like an average person's review. You know what I mean? They may see something differently. They may have it be where they have a good experience and then you don't have a good experience. So I had to learn that like you can't just go by an influencer's experience with a company. You have to experience yourself for you to really, know whatever. So tonight I wanted to talk to you about something that happened with me. Now the story I'm gonna go over is this photographer I had went to write for my brand. And so basically when I first started my brand, I started in Albany, Georgia, is when I first started it, and it was pretty local. Like I had drove to Atlanta to the third party I was mentioning, like to get T-shirts, to get hats and stuff, but I was taking my own photos. And I realized after starting my brand that taking your own photos can be good if you have the proper equipment or if you could take them professionally. And at the time that I started, I couldn't do it professionally, honestly. My photos was looking like really basic, really, hey, welcome to the live. It was looking like you just outside with friends or something taking the pictures. Hey, everybody, welcome to the live. Instead of it looking professional. You know what I mean? And so, take your own brand. Yeah. So anyways, instead of it being professional, it just looked really like you were outside with friends or you're just taking photos on your own or just not professional. Not how a brand should look if you're trying to advertise to sell. Okay. So I trusted them. I trusted this photographer that I ended up going to. I drove to the city. I had did a lot of research and I found his TikTok. So I went through his TikTok. I watched him for a while. I would say I watched him for like a month or so just to see like if he was going to be a professional photographer I can go through. So I end up setting an appointment. And he also had this really, thank you, welcome in. He also had this like really big viral video that he had or whatever. And everybody was like, love it. I loved it. It was like very different, very unique. So I thought that he had similar creative beliefs like how I did or had a vision like the way I had. So I ended up going to him. I set an appointment. I paid, I think it was like 300 or something like that. And I go and take the photos. I go. Now, mind you, this is my first time going to a photographer. And it wasn't really any creative direction either. Now, that isn't really an issue for me because now that I've experienced that, got the Vaseline ready. Hold on. So I can get back to this. Okay. So anyways, let me do something else too. Okay, sorry about that. You got some weird comments in there. Anyways, so then once I did that, I paid him. Hi, welcome to the live. I paid him the money. I went, and he didn't really like tell me what pose and stuff to do. But like I said, that didn't really bother me because I feel like when you're going and getting photos, you kind of should really know what you want to do. But I do feel like the photographer should also be able to give advice on poses or different things because that is their realm. You know what I mean? Especially if you're like a new business and you're not used to taking photos. That's why you're going through a photographer. You're going, but you can't delete this all. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I got some trolls in here. Okay, so anyways, so I did that, and that wasn't a problem. I had it be where he took the photos. He said he would send it to me, I think in like a week or something like that. Let me see, because I have all the messages too. I went to him a couple of days before the 26th of August. This is 2023. So after I went to him, I waited till the 26th. And I was like, hey, did you know exactly when you were going to be able to send this stuff or whatever? I have a date that I'm trying to go by and stick with. So it would be really great if you can, let me know for when I can get the photos. Because after he finished the photos, he was supposed to add, thank you, girl. He was supposed to add like butterflies on the photo. But because of the butterflies I sent him was like PDF form, which I guess wasn't the right way for it to like be placed on there. So he had to go through someone else. I received that. It may take a little time. I got that. So after he didn't respond for like a whole 2 weeks after my what's it called? Hey Onion. After my after I did it, he didn't respond for like 2 weeks. And that now is going past the date that I wanted to post my stuff. So the photos that I had to post were photos that weren't ready, but they were the closest to being professional. Because he basically sent the preview photos, but not the finished photos with the butterflies on it. So I messaged him and I was like, he said, you'll have them today. That was September 6th. And I was like, do you know what time? He didn't message me back to that night. And he was like, sorry for you. Sorry, looking it up now. The graphic designer took too long than expected. So you're going through somebody that's not on time. Because I told him before I even booked the photo shoot that I wanted that added. But for whatever reason, he didn't get a chance to do it or whatever. But this is what I mean far as if you're more of a small time person or have a smaller brand, they're more focused on like the celebrities or the bigger people that they tend to opposed to you. Hey, Amara, welcome in. And so they aren't taking what you need done. Like, I just feel like you're not the top priority, basically. Like, whoever their bigger clientele is who they're going to be tending to first, because he had dealt with like a lot of people like NLE Choppa and like some other people. So he's a big time dude in Atlanta. So then I messaged him again the 8th and he didn't say anything. I was like, good morning. What time can I receive them? I would like to get them early. Again, this is now past the date that I had, scheduled for me to post my brand stuff, because it was supposed to be a hoodie that I was posting, like 2 or 3 hoodies from my first real drop. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to get back to you or whatever. And he didn't. So then I texted him again the 8th. He was saying I should expect it in an email or something soon. A lie who don't care who tell it. And then the butterflies that I sent, he was saying like they were blurred or something. So basically he was saying like, obviously he's not the graphic designer, right? And then he's sending the information to the graphic designer, and the graphic designer doesn't know how to do it. If you're a graphic designer, how don't you know how to place butterflies on a photo if that's your job? So that part was confusing. And I was like, because he basically was saying that the butterflies that I sent couldn't work. Okay, cool. What butterflies is it that I could add? So after that, he said, no, the photos were JPG photos. In order for the photos to be put onto the picture, you would have to put it in a PNG. So basically it was on me to do it, like put it in a PNG, which I didn't know how to do. Because again, if I'm going through you, doesn't that mean like I just pay you? get the photos taken, and then whatever I'm requesting to be added, be added. And if you can't do it, then tell me that. I think that would be the best bet. But then I sent him PNG ones, and then he said it was fine. He said he's been trying to find like a butterfly similar, because I guess the one that I sent after that still was unusable. So then what else did he say? He was basically trying to go into detail and explain like how exactly to put it in a PNG file, and if it was sent by file, it's not an actual PNG. So I was telling him, okay, think this is all new to me. But even then, this is not like a week and a half, 2 weeks afterwards. If I'm still not able to do everything that you're saying, why not just you do it? You know what I mean? Like, so moving forward, he's like, no problem. The first one I sent was a close one to Original Butterfly. I could find, but I'm going to keep looking for you. I said, okay. Then I messaged him September 9th. It's past 11. Do you have it done? I messaged him September 11th. Then he was like, good morning. Will I receive the photos today? No, so basically, okay. So let me show the photo too. Hold on. And my nose piercing is bothering me. It's getting on my nerves. Hold on one second. Because I know it's a long story, but all in all, I went to a photographer to get photos done. I requested he puts butterflies on it because it's wolves and butterflies. He wasn't able to do that. He had me going back and forth with him on trying to figure out what exact butterfly could be used. And then after that, he just stopped responding. And he had only gave me the unfinished photos. So, hold on. Because I have it in my album. Let me see. I got to do better about putting my stuff in albums. Yeah, give me 1 second. I should have had this shit ready. Excuse my language. That was 2023. Because the photos came out nice. The quality was good and everything. It's just the photos never got added. Like the butterflies never got added. And I don't even believe that he sent it to his to his graphic designer to even add it. Because we also got messages through like this is the one photo that has started, but I have a what is it called, a caption over it. But that's one of the photos, and they're supposed to have it be where are the chili cheese fries with the baked Brussels sprouts? I don't know about that. Chili cheese fries do sound good. I do like baked Brussels sprouts, but I never had that together. I don't know. You have to get some for us or something. I don't know. I never heard about that combination together. And then this is another photo, but a close-up one. And he was supposed to put like the butterflies on it, but he never did it. No, it's okay if they saying something about food. I don't really care. I know, Bless, that's what I'm saying. If you want something like that or that combination, share it. Because where's you getting that combination from? Now, I'm not saying I wouldn't be inclined to try it, because I'll try basically any food, but I've just never heard that combination. Is that something that you just make, or is that a known thing I just don't know about? Let me see. I had some other ones too. He took a picture of September. Yeah, here we go. Where's the finalized? Like, this is one of them. It was multiple pictures that he took, which is perfectly fine. Like I said, the quality was good. Far as talking to him, he was professional, but the timing was not good. I feel your vibe and think you're pretty fire. Thank you. What the? Welcome to the live. Everybody's coming in. So, yeah, that's basically what happened was I booked with him. I trusted him because I seen good reviews. And the people that had went through them said they were good, but they were not small-time people or people who didn't have a brand. It was just bigger people like NLE Choppa, or this girl he had took a viral video of a video. She said it was really good too. And everybody that seen it thought it was like dope. It really was dope though. I can't take that away from him. And then he didn't deliver. He sent the half photos without the butterflies on it. Then he ghosted me. And then it'll be like, I think the longest we went out talking, and I still didn't have a finished product was like a month or two. Oh yeah, he's gone. But like, take a while to print and messed it up. He didn't. Yeah, well, maybe that was what it was. Like maybe he just didn't know how to do it, or maybe the graphic designer didn't know how to do it, or whatever. What you had a photo session and overcharged you? No, he didn't overcharge. It's just when I went, before I even went and gave him the money, I specifically said I want a photo shoot, and because my brand is called Wolves and Butterflies, I wanted to be where it was photos. And you know how like some photos, it's not actually in the picture, but they can place images like butterflies, you know what I mean? And he was supposed to add that, and he didn't. He just sent me the unfinished version of just me in the photo and not the butterflies on it. Yeah, he's gonna give the buzz, but I think he said he was. Yeah, he said he wasn't. Yeah, he said he was gonna put the butterflies on it and that he was working on it, but he never ended up doing it. So speak. What happened was I found this photographer. People said that he was a really good photographer and he had some viral videos and stuff. He's in Atlanta. Oh, thanks, Amara. Yeah, I love butterflies. And so I went through him. I told him before I even got the photos done, I want a butterfly added on the photo, right? Once I told him that, he said, okay, cool, I can do that. So I went and got the photos from him, and we were having dialogue about it after. I was like, hey, you know, when you going to add the butterflies? He said, I'm waiting. We took the photos. I have to go through my graphic designer. And then I said, okay, cool. I gave him time. I gave him at least like a week or 2 weeks. Still nothing. Then he had to have it be where I had to figure out about the PNG, as far as the butterflies, like what will work on the photos and what wouldn't, which I don't think I should have had to do. That's just my opinion, though. You know what I mean? And then once we weren't figuring it out, he said he was going to find some, and then he never got back to me after that. So it was like a whole month before we had any more contact. And what I realized was after the experience is, yeah, I had spent $300 with him. And I'm not to say, like, this is not for it to be like a long drawn out story. I know it took a while for me to get it all out. But basically, if you're going to have a brand or you're going to have a business, you have to be careful who or what company you're going through for like photos or whatever you need, because you might not be on the same priority as a celebrity will be or an internet person. But if he was old, he would forget easy. No, he was young. He was young, but I'm not going to blast him like that. All I know is it was a very good learning experience to know who to go through, who not to go through, and to do your research, and don't just go through people that is good on the internet, because that don't mean that their professionalism is going to be like that in person, basically. Yeah. So that situation forced me to take my brand seriously, because I'm not want to spend and waste money on stuff that I'm not going to get done or I'm not going to get. Because that $300 could have went towards more hoodies or more t-shirts or whatever. Yeah, I did. I messaged him after or whatever. The last message I sent him, hold on, let me go to my photos. He just never responded, honestly. And I feel like this is something that I probably should have been, I don't know, took the small claims court or did something, but I didn't. I just feel like it's a good learning experience, because now I know what to do moving forward. Yeah, he's in Atlanta. But okay, so my last message to him, let me see. We had talked October 2nd. I got my photos done August 28th. August 28th or 27th. Because I talked to him August 26th, but I knew I wanted to do so you didn't get your money. No, I didn't. I have the finished photos that I end up using on August 31st when I wanted to do the drop, but it wasn't the finished product. So basically, I mean, they looked good, but they wasn't what I had paid for. They wasn't what I wanted. Like all that, and then if like forgot to put in, he did. Like, I know what you mean, like you're trying to explain it, but I think he was like, my mind is saying, I think super tired, and we did half of it. I think so too. Yeah, I think so too, Amara. I feel like maybe he anticipated it for it to be less work, especially with finding the PNG file. And maybe he took it as like, this is going to be a quick 1-2, got the photos. Yeah, Speak, you get what I'm saying? Quick 1-2, she got the photos, we're good. Even though I had mentioned about the butterflies. And then once he seen it was difficult, maybe just like, girl, you doing too much. I'm going to have to move on to the next customer because you asking for a little bit too much. Like you said, probably forgot like his sister got to. Yeah, I can see what you're saying. That's what I'm thinking too. I didn't even think about it like that. Probably like he probably done like not really try and just like messed it up. Yeah, maybe. And you know what? I'm wondering if he even had a graphic designer, because when I first went through him, he didn't mention anything about a graphic designer when I first mentioned the butterflies. So I don't know if he thought I was gonna forget or if there was a misunderstanding. But yeah, he didn't communicate that part with me. So we're going weeks and weeks and weeks of saying that, you know, he gonna send the photos over. Didn't end up doing it. He only sent the unfinished version. But I'm gonna show you too. He sent the unfinished version, and then now I'm just stuck with those, posting those photos instead of the ones I paid for. Because we had a lot of communication in the beginning, but once the butterflies, I reiterated that I wanted those on the photo, his communication completely stopped. So we didn't talk for a whole month, because he responded once. Let me see. I'm going to tell y'all. I'm going to show you the photos. Because like I said, the quality was good. The photos, the quality was really good. It's just, it didn't have everything that I wanted to have. Which was disappointing because I thought he was going to do me right. You know what I mean? I thought I was going to have some good photos and be able to post that on a day that I wanted to, you know, drop my hoodies or whatever. It didn't go that way, though. Let me see. Hold on, because I got a lot of photos, y'all. Oh, the 26th one I text him, what are you doing for a living also? Hi. So what I do for a living is my brand, Wolves and Butterflies. It's a lupus awareness brand. Not everybody that buys from me has the condition lupus. I personally do. So I wanted to do something that was meaningful and something that was dear to my heart, like so I could have a purpose. Because honestly, once I got diagnosed at 13 and then went through life a little bit, because I'm 25 now, I didn't feel like I had a purpose. So my brand is what helped me, you know, get back to being happy and stuff and get back to being Asia. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I do. This is my brand. Hold on, let me move this hanger. And y'all, don't mind the setup. It's a little bit different. This is the hoodie, though. It's called Afterlife Duality, and it just dropped January, the end of January. I'm gonna have to go back and remember the date. Y'all work with me. Sometimes I'll be forgetting. Did he try to give you half money back? No, that's the thing. Hold on, because I done said I'll be getting distracted, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Oh, that's another photo. So it was August 26th. So I texted him August 26th to see when he would add the butterflies. Was the same night I got the photos done. So then after that, it went downhill. Now, as far as him giving me the money back or asking to give half, no, he didn't do that. Hold on. I should have put this in an album or something. The way I got this doggone photos. Okay, so the last time I texted him September. Okay, so from August 26th, we had little communication, and then he stopped communication. What day is that? September 9th. He stopped responding. He responded a little bit, and then after that, I ain't hear from him. It was radio silent. So then I texted him the 9th. I texted him the 11th. I texted him the 13th. I texted him the 17th. And then I waited. I waited till October 1st to say something to him. And then he responded October 2nd. And then after October 2nd, I responded again that same day. And then I never heard from him ever since then. And that was in 2023. Some people like hate butterflies. But I hate it but I love it just like you. Yeah. I feel like with my brand is like, I don't know, it's different. Like, butterflies, I know some people feel like it's like outdated. Did you say you were satisfied with the quality of the pictures? Did it make it seem like... Yeah, I told him, I was like, I'm okay with the quality of photos. I don't know if we had that conversation, though. Hold on. No. I didn't say specifically to him that I felt like the quality was good. I just told him that, okay, I have the unfinished version. Now I need the version with the butterflies on it. And my communication was good. Like, I wasn't rude or anything. I wasn't trying to have an issue, especially because I know he got my photos. But I was basically trying to just let him know, like, hey, I'm glad the photos is taken, but the butterflies being added is not on there. Oh, that's cool that you have a lot of butterflies in the room. Yeah, speak, yeah. So I don't know. But basically, my whole purpose of even mentioning that story was not to like bash him or anything like that, but just be careful if you're going through somebody for a business or whatever the case is. Don't just go by them or try to get stuff from them just because they're internet famous or have a big following or something like that, or have a lot of engagement online, because the stuff online, almost cuss, my bad. The stuff online may not be what you're gonna experience with you being the average consumer. You know what I mean? So, let me tell y'all something though. Yeah, a lesson learned. Definitely lesson learned. Next time I go through a photographer, I'm gonna do a lot of things differently. Or get my own camera and doing it. Because now I print my own logos out by hand on heat press. The only thing I get from somebody else is like me writing up the logo, and then they send them out to me so I can heat press them. Did you feel like you got... Girl, when it first happened, I was hurt. I ain't gonna lie. Is there like super old people? Can I get offended? No, you shouldn't. It shouldn't be. I don't think so. Even if it is though, I'm open to all ages and stuff being in here. Nobody should be offended. But yeah, I did feel robbed. I was boohoo. I was hurt. I was like, dang, he did me wrong. Because I was like, I paid the money. And I had an understanding that he was going to send it. And then when he didn't send it, I was like, well, dang. You know, what I'm going to do now? Because now I done sent him this money. And I don't even have a finished product. Oh, I appreciate that, Speak. Oh, let me, I'm sorry, y'all. I be getting distracted sometimes, especially like if y'all get me going as far as talking. I could do a whole lot of this. Thank you. I appreciate that. This is the newest logo, the Afterlife Duality. And I was going to mention that too. Let me get my phone. That one of these pieces I'm wearing tonight, I made when I was like in a like darker place, because a lot of my logos is emotionally made. So what season I'm going through, or something that I know is relatable that a lot of people are going through. You know what I mean? So this is the hoodie. If y'all would like to check it out or get one, it's on my website at wolvesandbutterflies.com. So it's wolvesandbutterflies.com. And a lot of people have really been rocking with this one. This is actually my favorite logo that I made, if I'm being honest. This is my top one. Now, I'm not saying my other logos aren't good, but it's just my favorite. And I really appreciate you like how much you charge for the product. So for this one, because it's limited edition, it's $65. But I do have sales on my website. Like one of my hoodies is now $40. It just really depends on which one you would pick up. Now let me go to my website right now and show y'all. But I always do sales and stuff on there. So this is my site. I don't know if that light is bothering y'all, but that's my site. And like on the, oh shoot, that's a sale right there. Because when you first go on my site, you can get 10% off on top of whatever the sale is on whatever product it is. So right there is like showing like the different symptoms somebody with lupus can have, you know, like, because that's a thing, like hair can fall out. You can have a rash from the sun. Like, it's just a bunch of different symptoms you can get from it. So I just wanted to make it relatable. And like some people that don't even have lupus, that have a family member that do, or just want to support, they just go in there and they be buying stuff. And I appreciate all the love. Like this is the shirt I got on right now. This one is $42. I don't know if you can see that. That's one. Like I said, you can get 10% off. That one, the hoodie in the back is $65. That's the Afterlife. Because it's the same thing, basically, but a hood version or a hoodie version and then a t-shirt version. Oh, my God. It took me a while to build my brand. I started in 2020. But before that, I was working on it for like 2 years. And then I just went from there. I did like a lot of research for our YouTube videos because I'm never like a gatekeeper either. If you want to start a brand or start a business, at least far as clothing line stuff, YouTube is a perfect place to go through a lot of those videos. So yeah, it took me 2 years to start, and then I started in 2020, and I've just been doing it ever since. All right, thanks, girl. I appreciate that. So that's one. Let me see. I got some old stuff too, like this hoodie. This one is called Daily Struggles hoodie, and like on the back is like the wolves and butterflies, and then around it it shows like the different symptoms that somebody with lupus may have, and then that's the front. That's one of my real old logos. I did that logo on like 2022. Thank you. But a lot of people, like I've met like a lot of people who have lupus. They be telling me their story, or people who like have lost loved ones and stuff who had lupus. Like it has been a very grateful experience for me to be able to get out here and learn about different people, talk to different people, hear their story, hear where I'm coming from. It has been truly life-changing. But I really appreciate the compliments, though. I really do. I'm proud of myself too, and thank you for saying that. Hey, welcome in. I really do love having my brand, and also, y'all, I'm working on a new logo. Hey, Nikita. So this live, I was talking about me getting scammed from a photographer, but I just too long to be going through it. Were you able to put your product in local stores? No, but it's this fashion event that they do every couple of years or so like that, and I'm about to go there because you could take your brand and make like a background and stuff. You can go and sell there and stuff. And then it was some other ideas that I'm looking into. But so far, a big thing that I've gotten accomplished is I was recognized for the Lupus Foundation of America. You can go check that out. My story is on there. And that was, oh my God, that was so amazing. Being able to like, because I had been applying for like 2 years. And I finally got in, they had recognized me. But Nikita, you ain't missing much. Basically, so I have my brand, it's called Wolves and Butterflies. And I had went to a photographer. I went through him because he had a viral video. And basically, he sent the unfinished product, but he didn't send the full product, which would be photos with butterflies on it. And then he just ghosted me, and it just went downhill from there. Like, we talked a little bit, but then once, I don't know if he felt like the job was too hard or he just didn't feel like doing it, he just stopped responding. And I had paid him $300. And that was in 2023. So that is the story all in a nutshell. But, yeah, as far as, did you have sweatpants that match it? No. Now, that is something I want to get into, is pants and stuff like that. Hi, thank you. I appreciate that, Pure Joy. Nice to meet you. Let me see, what did you say? Did you have, no, but eventually, I do want to add sweatpants. To be honest with you, my goal is to get a sewing machine and learn how to make the actual clothes and material by hand. That is my overall goal. But adding pants, though, I have definitely thought about that. I just have to come in contact with a distributor who's going to be able to, like, sell the pants in bulk and it be good quality. Because that's always been, too, why sometimes I feel like my brand is a little bit slower than others. I don't like going and just buying stuff from, like, Alibaba or something, and then it's not good quality. Like, I buy the stuff, I test it first. Yes, girl, I try to be a real entrepreneur. I really do. I buy the stuff, I test it, I wear it first. I do a couple washes, and then that's when I be like, okay, this is okay to put out to sell. You know what I mean? But I want to get into sewing my own stuff. That is really the biggest goal for me, is sewing stuff. Sewing t-shirts, purses, bags, all type of stuff. Because even my heat press, like, I really made sure to invest good in that. My first heat press was like 200 or something like that. I saved, and I got this other heat press that I have. It ran me at least like 2,300, 23 or 2,400. But it's the best investment that I could have did for my brand, Wolves and Butterflies. Y'all, thanks for coming in. Let me show y'all my hoodie too. This is my newest hoodie. It's called Afterlife Duality for my brand, Wolves and Butterflies. And it's on my site if y'all interested in it, or the t-shirt version. at www.wolvesandbutterflies.com. And I appreciate it if y'all check it out. If y'all like it, if y'all rock with it, go ahead and check it out. That's so I can see your product on it. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Because I've talked to like other clothing brand owners, and they was like, yo, that's really cool that you actually heat press. It's not a lot of brands that do that. They usually, find like a third party, have them put the logo on, and have them do, the extra, and then just send it out. What inspired you to make the product? I think me being diagnosed at such a young age made me or inspired me to make logos because, like I said, I honestly didn't know what I wanted to do after that. I felt very lost. So I just sat down. I was like, well, what do I love? I knew I always loved fashion, but I just didn't know where to start with it. I just knew I like putting clothes together. Like, for instance, my products and stuff that I'm showing y'all too, a lot of brands, people, they don't wear their stuff. I wear my stuff every day or to different places. And I also do get ready with me videos. That's on my YouTube if y'all want to check that out. Like, that is really something I love doing too. But that's how I knew. I love fashion. And I want to make logos that have words without you even having to say anything. When you look at it, like, oh, okay, I rock with that. Even the after it was inspired that. Yes. Okay, so that one, I was going through some depression. I'll go into a little bit. Me and my mom just don't have the best relationship. And so it was around that time. I was like, I'm sad, I'm down. I was like, I want to do something that's going to help me out of this darkness. Something that's beautiful, something that, you know what I mean? Something that is saying my emotions without me having to talk about it out loud to people. You know what I mean? So that's where this got inspired from, was from me being depressed. And I absolutely freaking love how it came out. I really do. I love it. It's literally my favorite logo. The lights and stuff, well, not the lights, but like the lightning strips, the different smoking stuff, the ombre butterfly wing. It just came out so raw, bro. Oh, it's just my favorite. It's absolutely my favorite. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell y'all, too. I usually, after YouTube, go live on Twitch at Wolves and Butterflies. It's the same name. Well, no, not the same name because it's Asia Avian, but it's Wolves and Butterflies. Thanks, girl. I really appreciate that. You've been a true supporter, for real. Fires coming in here tonight, getting to know me, talking to me. I really appreciate that. I really had a good conversation with you, for real. But yeah, so my Twitch name is Wolves and Butterflies. And I would love it if y'all would come over and chat with me. That's where I'm currently about to go. I appreciate all the love. I appreciate the likes. Everybody that stopped in. The trolls. The people who rock with me. And the people, who I conversated with. So stay tuned for more. And I will see y'all soon. Peace out and have a good rest of y'all night. Bye.